Hey guys, how you doing? Well, I couldn't help myself. I had to get out here and see what's up. Right now, the air is really bad to breathe. I really shouldn't even be out doing this, but being a researcher in cryptology, you know, it's kind of a mandatory thing for me anywho, so I just, curiosity got the best of me, and I kept thinking about it last night, and I think I need to get out here and see what the hell's going on. Still smoky. And the fire's still going on. They're really trying to get a handle on it. It's giving them a hard time. But eventually they'll grab it. They'll get a hold of it. But right now it's so smoky. It's hard to breathe. Can't stay out here too long. Eyes start itching. Right now I'm in one of the areas that I did some research at about, I think, a year ago, 2 years ago. Pretty quiet. Right over behind me too is part of Lake McCummerd. Kind of seeing if anything is going towards the water or coming back from the water. Oh, yeah. Well, it's been going on for almost 2 weeks now. What is today? 2 weeks today, I believe. This fire. Late last night, I was out on my property. I was listening for any kind of sound in the air or whatever. I heard a lot of strange vocalization last night. One in particular, I couldn't place it. Really, really weird. Couldn't place it. Kind of a strange vocalization I haven't heard before. I noticed too that, for probably about a week, usually the deer I get on my property, there hasn't been none at all hardly. Now I got quite a few of them showing up on the property. showed up last night. And I know through this part where I'm at, see, is some have sighted the hybrid hominins through here. So far, I haven't even seen a hide or hair of them. They're around here somewhere. They're just keeping their head low, so to speak. But just before I got here, when I was hooking up my gear and started walking into here, just before I hit the camera, there was some vocalization coming back here. I was kind of hoping it would happen again. Oh. There's a way over there to the north of me is one of the only ways to get the hell out of here when you got to. So I can't get up to the other area where I was at. Can't get through. It's probably best anyway. Let this fire burn itself out, get it over with. Everything clear out. It's gonna take a while. And you know, when I was in the last video where I was telling you about the Forest Hill fire, about the displacement of species, and one of the species that was displaced was the hominin hybrids. Came from a different area. That's one reason me and G went back up there, continued some research on seeing what happens when such an event occurs. Nobody really knows that kind of information, because when that thing occurs, nobody really goes out and does such a thing. So, you know, but I've always said, if you want the right proper research, you got to get off your butt and you got to crawl around. I mean, you can't get away with it. You can't depend on that technology. It's not going to do it for you. You're going to have to get out and do it yourself. You get a buku evidence. It's on the ground, you know, around trees, in the trees. It's pretty much all the way around you. You just got to know where to look for it, how to look for it, and you can't do it in the dark. And technology is not going to do it for you either. Right here. Use your own eyes, your own observation. But what I'm going with this is that in one particular area on that side of the Sierras, which that was a elevation of about over 6,000 feet. And there we had a group of about 8 or 9 of these hybrids, and we were studying on them for a couple of years, and so we basically know, you know, what they are, who they are, and their characteristics, what they feed on, and not to mention they would come out quite often and have interactions with us. So we knew what, you know, who they were, basically. And sure enough, it happened. Some hybrids got displaced from a different area from that big fire. They survived the fire, obviously, and they moved into that area of the one clan's territory, the one group. What I wanted to know basically was, would they be accepted by the other group that's their territory? Would they be accepted? Or would they be chased off? Would there be conflict? I didn't know. I picked up evidence that they were in the area because we found droppings that were identical to the usual droppings, except the coloration was different. When I broke into their droppings, because you got to see what they're feeding on, and the diet they were on was a little bit different than the ones we were studying on. So therefore, I knew plus that was creating the different coloration in the droppings. But nonetheless, I knew it came from something else. In the meantime, while we're doing this, I distinctly remember we was in an area, maybe something similar to this, and G was over here off to my left. And he was probably about 20 feet in front of me off to my left, and I'm over here back to his rear, to the rear of it. And I had this funny feeling that something was watching me. So we were just sitting down, just in observation mode. And I turned around real slow, like this, and I looked. And through thickets of pines, and there was this thickets of manzanita. Well, what I saw was the right arm of a hybrid was hanging out like this. Manzanita was here, and his arm was like this, and the hand was right to the ground. I'll tell you right now, I could count the hairs on his arm. I could still do it today. And the muscularity, the definition in that arm was just unbelievable, unbelievable. Huge arm, man, big forearms, big hands, big biceps. And the coloration of his hair was completely different than the ones we were used to. In this case, this one particular one had the same coloration of the hair that you would find on an orangutan. As a matter of fact, when that arm was laid there, at first I swore it down it was an orangutan escaped from somewhere, somebody's pet or whatever, but it wasn't. And the next thing I knew, I was trying to get his attention because he had the camera. And by the time I got his attention and I pointed like this and I turned around, and the hybrid was gone. He evaded us. A little bit time went by. And we continued to that area and found no more droppings, no more signs of them, so I just took it that they were not accepted by the group. And so I suppose they went off, find their own territory, create their own territory. And I don't know how many they were. I only seen that one. But when I seen the one, I'm more sure he wasn't alone. Or her, whatever it was. I think most likely it was a male. Wow. Yeah, so this is my way to keep you guys updated on what's going on. I hope this wraps up soon because we're going to be heading into winter here shortly. and that's a tough one. Then I got to mess around with snow. Pain in the butt. But it is what it is. Oh, by the way, that one fire I was telling you about, that one particular Forest Hill fire, that was the groups that we knew existed. There were several groups. As far as we do, they were okay. They made it. But there's gold mines back in there, and there's caverns, and that's exactly where they went into. Like I said, they've been doing it for millenniums. These guys are experts in the forest. If anybody is an expert, those are the ones. And it's so amazing how they're so huge, so large, but you can't, they could creep up on you, wouldn't even know it. A bear could do the same thing. I've had bear creep up on us. Pop up out of nowhere. Kind of freaky. I don't know, man. I keep hearing some shit back here. I hear something back here. I just heard some other vocalization coming over here off to my right. Almost sounds like whistling. Now, got a nice breeze coming in right now. Try to work with us. You can see how the forest is really smoky. This guy. There you go. Usually about now we got some nice blue sky. I got caca now. It's all smoke. Well, I'm gonna get kicking rocks here shortly, guys. It's not good to breathe this shit in right now. What we got here? Check that out. Huh. Okay, we'll see this. They wedged it right in between them trees. Check this out. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, wow. Oh. Look at this. It just doesn't belong here. Look at this. Yeah, it's pretty jammed in there. Here guys go. Classic marker. Wedged right in between these trees. Well, kick of the butt, huh? If I can get a better view. There you go. There, see? Wedged right in there. There you go. There, how's that? There. Yeah. Whew. Okay, guys. I gotta go. I gotta quit breathing this. You guys take care. Have a good one, man. Bye.